Mary and Preston, we've been reporting for weeks on the problems surrounding the tent camp at Denny Park. This latest incident appears to be a man who showed up to harass the homeless people, then zeroed in on police. Smoke billowed above the buildings as a police cruiser burned below. Witnesses say the man who torched the car was stopping through a homeless camp in Denny Park just moments before.
I heard somebody screaming, racial slurs.
And I guess he was the one hitting people with hammers, he had a black eye.
Homeless campers say by the time police arrived, that same man had a flaming torch.
And I seen something being thrown in the cop car.
And as I was driving by the alley, I seen the cop car literally on fire.
With the officer still inside the car, investigators say he fired one shot in self-defense, which missed. Then he scrambled to escape the flames, burning his hands and leg in the process.
Yes, I know it was an incredibly dangerous situation for our officer.
The attacker ran off, but police found him hiding in a nearby garage and arrested him. As the injured officer was escorted to the hospital, neighbors called the whole ordeal frightening, adding that the homeless camp at Denny Park has been nothing but trouble.
I'm getting tired of all the garbage happening, truthfully, because that park is dangerous.
Hopefully the mayor will jump on it and do something about it, because they can't remain there.
This happened this afternoon in the area of Dexter Avenue and John Street.
And we just spoke with a witness who says he heard a man yelling racial slurs before officers approached him.
I ran out to see where the guy was at, and I saw the officer pulling up behind him in the alley. He had a torch. And the officer chirped the sirens at him, jumped, and literally just turned at the officer and tried to, stab him,
Police say the man used the stick he was holding to either break the window of the SUV or place it inside. They also believe an officer fired one shot out of self-defense. However, the man was not hit. He then took off as the patrol SUV went up in flames. That man was taken into custody a short time later.
Happening now, the youth soccer community is calling on the city to do something about a growing homeless encampment at a park in Capitol Hill. At Miller Playfield, frustrated parents say they found needles, glass, and tents lining the field where their kids are supposed to play soccer. That's where we find KOMO's Patrick Quinn, and Patrick, parents say it's a safety issue, so what's the city going to do about it?
Eric, short answer, nothing. The Parks Department told me they'll continue to clean up trash and debris associated and around these encampments, but they said really this is a city issue for the mayor and the city council to resolve, and while those two battle over the budget, these tents will stay put. A growing homeless encampment, the backdrop to this ball field.
The neglect is really inexcusable.
Today, Ann Davison and the Seattle Youth Soccer Association sent this letter to Mayor Jenny Durkin, 3 council members, and the Parks Department, calling on them to step in, saying it's a matter of their kids' safety.
There's glass on the field, they had needles on the field, and there's clearly people that are in need right alongside of the field.
We saw maintenance crews cleaning around the play field. In an email, the Parks Department said while they'll still pick up trash, quote, the city council's vote to eliminate the navigation team currently leaves the city without any tools to address encampments that pose health and safety risks. So these tents will stay put. So will the ones down the road at Cal Anderson Park and the roughly 10 other city parks the city says has seen a recent influx of homeless campers. One park goer today said this pandemic is only making the issue over affordable housing more public. Do you wish the city would do more?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think the city needs to do more. I think the state needs to do more. I think our country needs to do more.
In her 2021 budget proposal, the mayor has suggested adding back in resources for outreach services in city parks. The council's now deliberating the mayor's budget and how they'll address homelessness. For Davison, who ran for city council in 2019, this standstill among city leaders is a disservice to those on and just off the field.
We're not caring for people here along the sides of the fields, and we're not caring for the youth who are trying to live a life and feel hopeful for their future.